Over the past couple of weeks, I've been telling you exactly how to prepare for the very next major update, and that is by trying to get as much money as possible, trying to get as much gold as possible, completing all the previous roles that are already part of the game and try and get them to rank 20, and then finally get as many different collector sets as possible. And the reason that you want to get as many different collector sets as possible is because when the new update does drop and we get that very new Outlaw Pass, you can sell every single collector set that you've got and you'll get a ton of XP, which then goes straight towards that new Outlaw Pass. And if you get yourself enough collector sets, you may very well be able to complete the Outlaw Pass all in one day. Now, this is not new information. We all know that you must get collector sets if you're wanting to complete the Outlaw Pass within the first day. But the question is, how many collector sets do you need? If you have been watching my streams lately, then you probably already know because I have mentioned it on stream. So if you do already know, you may as well click off this video now. But if you're not sure how many collector sets you should aim to get, in this video I'm going to be going through the maths and I'm going to be telling you the number which I'm aiming for, where I will finally be happy if I can get to this amount of collector sets before the very next major update releases. So firstly, I do want to say that this is an educated guess. I'm going to be taking information about the previous Outlaw Passes that we've had, and I'm also going to be looking into the collector role. Once we merge both of them together, we can get a rough ballpark of how many collector sets we should be aiming for. So the first thing we should talk about is with the previous Outlaw Pass that we had, it required you to get 1250 XP to rank up, and that didn't matter if you was going from rank 1 to rank 2 or rank 99 to rank 100. It was 1250 XP every single time. In total with the Outlaw Pass number 2, there was 100 ranks. So out of 100 ranks, requiring you to get 1250 XP per rank, in total there is 125,000 XP to get, just so you can get to rank 100 and complete the Outlaw Pass. Now going over to the collector role, if you were to sell a set, you will get 1500 XP. And that doesn't matter which set you sell. So that could be the flower set or that could be the coin set. They vary in money, but they will give you the exact same XP every time. So with those numbers in place, what we then need to do, the next thing that we need to do is take the 125,000 XP which is required to get to rank 100 within the previous Outlaw Pass and divide it by the XP that you get for selling a collector set. And in total that gives us 83.33 recurring. And that is the total amount of collector sets that we would have needed if we were to rank up to rank 100 within the previous Outlaw Pass. For the sake of this video and for the sake of it being easy, we will round that up to 84 collector sets. And if you have been in my stream, like I've already said, this is the number that I've been throwing around. This is where I get the 84 collector sets from. It wasn't just a random number I just pulled out of nowhere. This is me trying to work it out on how many collector sets was needed for the previous Outlaw Pass. But I should point out that this is for the previous Outlaw Pass, and the chances are that the XP required to rank up within the next Outlaw Pass may be a lot higher, considering for the very first Outlaw Pass that we had, it required less XP to rank up, and on top of that there was less ranks in total. There was only 70 ranks instead of the 100 that we have with Outlaw Pass number 2. So the chances are that the 1250 XP may actually be more, and the chances are that we could very well see more than just 100 ranks. So the number 84 collector sets is the minimum amount of collector sets that you should aim for if you're wanting to complete the Outlaw Pass within the first day. If you're wanting to know the number of a sure thing, a guarantee that you will get the Outlaw Pass, well, unfortunately there isn't one. You could try and get every single collector set. There are 14 sets in total within the game, and each one allows you to get 10 of each. So in total you can get 140 in total. But if we see an increase from the first Outlaw Pass to the second, that still may not be viable. What I mean by that is if we look at the first Outlaw Pass and then we look at the second Outlaw Pass, the rank difference went from rank 70 to rank 100. That is just over a 42% increase. If we look at the XP required, we went from 1000 XP to 1250 XP. That is a 25% increase. So that also means when we look at the total amount of XP required, with the first Outlaw Pass it only required you to get 70,000 XP for you to complete the whole of the Outlaw Pass. With the second it required you to get 125,000 XP. So that is an increase of 78%. So if we took that 78% on XP and applied it to the amount of collector sets that is required to complete the Outlaw Pass, it actually takes us to 149.62. So we'll round it up to 150 collector sets to complete the very next Outlaw Pass if the Outlaw Pass went in a similar way to the previous Outlaw Pass. So if there was a similar sort of growth from Outlaw Pass number 1 to Outlaw Pass number 2. And as already mentioned, you can only get yourself 140 collector sets within this game. So even after all of this preparing, you may still not be able to complete the whole Outlaw Pass within just one day. You may need to sell all the collector sets on a day, and you'll probably get most of the way there, but you'll then need to go back through the collector role or the new roles and get as much XP as possible. But to conclude this video, I will still be preparing for this very next update, trying to get as many different collector sets as possible. My goal right now is to get to the minimum, which is 84 sets, and if I do that before the very next major update, I will be pushing for that 140. But I must say, even though we are preparing, and that is a good rough ballpark of where you should be aiming for if you want to get as many different collector sets as possible to complete this Outlaw Pass, it is not guaranteed, especially if it does take a growth like we've had in the previous updates. But let me know in the comment section down below, will you still be getting as many different collector sets as possible to prepare for this very next major update? But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going, so see ya.